due to this, so yeah, we're gonna watch this again. We're gonna stream again for a bit. Alright, cards up in 3, 2, 1. Cards are up. Let's get some out of the rain.
What is this about?
It's about my conversation with that person that you introduced me to.
Leo, you mean?
Yeah, Leo. He seemed quite persistent to recruit me to the Fallen.
Huh. Why would he do that?
I don't know. Possibly being overly
The
friendly
whole place
or...
was abandoned, mind you. You can just take whatever.
Why is a place like this abandoned?
It is Sephira. And I heard the Fallen were here last time, so... Oh.
And so,
I guess.
I'm surprised that the Fallen are much of a threat for people to run away. I mean, they are ex-whisperers, but... they don't really have much of a name for themselves. So, do you have any idea why...
He said he wanted to recruit you.
Yeah, he wanted to recruit me. Any idea why? Did he try doing that with you?
No. He didn't try that with me at all. He didn't even speak about recruiting me. He asked me the same questions he did at times, like, what is Toku's weakness? What can we do against Toku? Just same questions he'd likely asked you.
Yeah.
So he seems to have a keen interest in you, considering he wants to recruit you. Why would that be?
Beats me. I have no idea. I didn't give him much information about myself, but he seems to think he understood me. Knew why I was doing things and everything else, and I tried really hard to recruit me, saying that the Fallen were a better option than the Whisperers. I thought I was going to eventually get killed off anyway. And I said to them, wow, if I join the Fallen, there's a target on my head. And he said, there's a target on your head, being in the Whisperers. The Tigers, even O'Delly would apparently go out to kill me. Well, out of their way to kill me.
Are you aware that the... Well... the Fallen would deal with the Tigers? I don't know if you've been told that.
Toku did mention about Hermes, but that he was in
Well, let me
deals with them,
fill you in
but
a little more.
not too much. I don't know very much information about it.
From what I know is, well, from what I got from March is, seems the Fallen have a deal with Tigers, though it's not willingly. Seems they had no choice. Something involving our yellow-jacketed lady, the vampire.
The vampire, yeah, not this magician.
Evie is what I believe March called her. Seems they have a deal with her. This from what March told me, it's not by choice.
Why would a vampire want to deal with humans? Makes no sense. What does a human have that a vampire doesn't?
I have no clue. She just fancies their blood. Never know. We're just human.
She's
really
been
tell
very timid about it. I'm very sure that if Evie wanted the blood, she would have get it by this point. Because then she can turn invisible and everything else, or disappear.
Well, then they would be on guard, I assume. There is such a thing as farming.
Speaking of, there isn't that many Fallen around Marge. Used to be quite a large group of them, now it's not so much.
You mean her security team? There used to be a larger group.
Yeah.
Don't know what happened now. Much info on that.
It seems that Leo doesn't trust you all that much either.
Well, if he
says,
trusts me or not, it doesn't matter to me.
No, but he told me,
To
well,
me,
didn't tell me, he warned me about you. So I shouldn't be involved with both yours and Toku's dealings.
why would he warn you about me? Like, what is there to be
He asked
worried?
about if I knew. He asked if I knew about Victor. I said yes. And he asked me if I knew about what you were doing. I said yes. Maybe there's more information which I don't know about, but I know roughly what you're doing.
My phone. I showed you all the information. I give you
Exactly.
information not even Toko has.
So I don't know what he's on about.
Well, for obvious reasons. He's paranoid and he seems to have a vendetta against Toku.
Has
He
anyone
never did tell me why, though.
Has anyone else, or have you told anyone else information about yourself? About Victor?
No, he would be the only one. Oh, as far as Victor's concerned, the only one that would know would be Anne. But as far for the specific text that I showed you, you are the only one. Not even Anne knows about that one. I have to mind what I say to Anne, considering she will go to Chase occasionally. He's good about keeping secrets, but if Chase demands it, he'll find out. And if Chase finds out, I know at least that much.
Leo seemed quite confident when he asked me about Victor, as if he had been told prior information. Do you think...
Well, from what March told me, Anne told them all about Victor, which is my guess of how they know.
So, I'm assuming Anne told everyone about your meeting with Toku. Well, your meeting with Toku and her.
I have no idea on that front. I wouldn't know.
Right.
Any other questions?
Did you ask Marge or anyone else why Toku might have left the Fallen?
No, never have.
Your relationship seems to be better
I
without...
have no interest.
You have no interest.
I have no interest in asking about Toku. I lost interest. People seem to think I want to kill him. Further from the truth. I just consider him incompetent.
If I asked you to gather information for me, would you do that? You don't have to be interested, but I'm interested.
To ask somebody else. You want me to get information about Toku from them?
Only specific stuff. I just want to know why he left the Fallen. There's other reasons.
I wish you asked earlier. I could have spent some time while you were talking doing so.
I could have sworn I did mention it at the casino.
There's always tomorrow.
Yeah.
So do be mindful. Toku does visit the casino occasionally, so when he's there, we can't really talk about much. He'll demand information from the Fallen as well. He's as demanding from them as he is from us. You would think he was still with them at that point.
Yeah. Not everything is adding up. He has left the Fallen, but the reasons are somewhat unclear, especially if it's any from his side. I asked Leo if he left due to people not trusting him, or felt like he had to leave because of situations regarding other Fallen members, and Leo told me that he didn't think that was the case. So, at the moment, it seems that Toku did leave with
Leo spoke that he left for... From what I gathered, Leo mentioned that he left for a woman.
Well, we already know who that woman is.
I guess it's Smiles. It's the only person that fits the bill. She showed up mysteriously after her mission. That was supposed to be Whisper related. When I talked to March about it, it wasn't. those tigers. Specifically about saving a woman. March didn't tell me who, but I can guess by the time frame.
Hmm. Save from what, though?
Well, from what Toka told me originally, he went to save a whisperer from tigers. He had been captured, and he went there to rescue them. But it didn't make sense considering just for one whisperer. Why?
I've heard that tigers have quite
And then
very brutal ways of torture. Pretty sure it aligns perfectly well with Smiles' injuries, don't you think?
Yes, I treated her multiple times. You know what stands out? She has tiger brandings.
Where?
Specifically. On her body and face. I had treated her multiple times. I changed her bandages.
You managed to
She's
see
seen
her
what's underneath.
face?
Yes.
Hmm. I'm surprised she allowed you to do
Remember
that.
I told you. She's called JC. I recall telling you this already.
No, yeah, you did.
The name.
It's more the case of I like to make sure that the information I have is concrete. You know, making sure the multiple sources of information says the same thing. That kind of stuff.
Took compromised.
Yeah, I said this
When I was
before.
talking to Carbon, I asked him if he got a Kevlar vest. He said he didn't. Then I asked him further if he knew anybody else would have gotten, and he said it didn't make sense that only. It didn't make sense that Toku basically didn't tell us who he would give a vest to and such. Makes sense to give one to the front line, but he has spares. Seen Smiles
Spares.
got one.
I'm fairly sure he only had 10 vests of Kevlar.
No, that's what I mean. You would think he would give one to you, considering how much he got and hurt for him. The time with Biker.
Oh, it just means
The
that
base attack.
It just means he doesn't value me that much. It gives me even more reason to not trust him.
Why would he give one to Smiles then? So at this point
Well, you've already speculated
I
as
can
the reasons
guess.
why. Yeah, GC. He's emotionally compromised.
That's a weakness that Toko will have then.
Mm-hmm. Which means we need to prepare for when, well, the compromises stack up.
If he loses JC, he will become unhinged more than he is currently.
So do you think we should try our best to make sure JC does not get into, Smiles? We need to get a habit of calling them Smiles, otherwise they might think something's up. Do you think we should make sure that Smiles does not get into any more trouble, so that Toku is still of rash thinking? Well,
I mean, that's what I've been doing already. I've been making sure they don't get hurt. I've been treating their injuries.
Oh, they didn't seem very thankful about it. Because they want your phone, they want to find out that, what you know, what you're hiding, so...
I treated her nothing but nice. I've been nothing but nice with her. Every
yeah,
time
but
I treated her, I never asked any questions.
the thing is, we know that they are... Smiles and Toku are both, together. So it's not too... It's not too out of the question for them to do things that Toku wants, or maybe to assume what Toku wants and enacting that without being told to.
I don't believe it's Toku who's asking this. Because Toku already knows this information. He's already seen my phone. There's no reason for him to ask
So then it's...
Smiles for it.
Yeah, Smiles doesn't trust you, despite you treating their wounds multiple times. So... I suggest not being left alone with them. You don't know what they're capable of, or what they might do.
I'll need to rely on you when that time comes, right, Brendan?
Oh, she seems to be better equipped, especially now with that Kevlar vest. Well, the assumed Kevlar vest.
It's generally guaranteed that it is now, according to Carmen.
Hmm. Well, I can certainly go for the joints, the elbow and the backs of their knees and see where it gets us. She'll still be alive, don't want to kill her. Just to ensure that she doesn't do anything rash.
I'm a medic. I can keep her alive if need be.
Hmm.
Don't be afraid to do damage if need be, honestly. Well, if he goes that far, I doubt she will. But you never know. There's always a chance. Perks of being a medic is extremely hard to kill. Not much for fighting, but I'm pretty good at keeping myself alive.
Hmm. Well.
But as I said, I'm quite tired of subterfuge. All these tricks, questions, and I'm tired, Raven. If she tries it, she does, then she'll get punished for it.
By who?
So
Certainly not by Toku.
No, by me. Toku would never punish her. You know that.
And how do you plan to punish her? Remove more of her fingers? That already don't really, matter. She's gonna get her arm replaced eventually.
I'll simply talk to Anne.
Why Anne?
I'll talk to Lishiv. Well, they seem to care awfully for her. Knowing what she did and what she will do. I'm sure I'll give her a pass. You hurt people in more ways than physical damage, Raven.
Yeah, I know that. Doesn't normally tend to resort to it or know about these kind of details to, use it to my advantage.
Ideally, it doesn't come to that.
Yeah, let's hope not.
Are you worried?
About?
Well, just in general.
Yeah. There's a lot of things I'm worried about of late. King being one of them. Polka, would King have replied yesterday or today to text messages?
already told you whatever he told you.
Yeah, but Toku, when he tells you things, is the bare minimum. He says, oh, he's on a mission and he has people nearby. But doesn't really tell me anything. No details about the mission, why it's only one person, and why his men are on standby. I don't understand why he has to do it alone. It makes no sense. It's a suicide mission. If it was for gathering information, he could have sent me, or Smiles, or anyone else. But King's a pit fighter. He's there for fighting. Took obviously wanted to use him to send a message to someone.
Do you know what somebody has to do to become a counselor?
Do you really think I would know that kind of information? I'm assuming Odeli's the only person that would allow that. Well, getting hold of the guy is incredibly difficult. Last I check.
I mean, Anne seems to have known. Seems to have an inkling of what one needs to do.
Well, good for her. Don't see how it helps me. Are you telling me I should go and interrogate her? Find knowledge about the trials?
Told her.
If you know, I would like you to tell me.
Trust other people more than us. It's not completely proven, but Anne seems to suspect that the trials involve sacrificing people. Sacrificing something important to you specifically.
Right.
My guess is Toku has used King as a sacrifice. So he wouldn't have to give up smiles.
You think...
But I can guarantee that information for all we know he's been sent on a mission. And why he would just send King specifically, especially in a suicide one. Yeah, sure. He can handle himself, he can brawl, but then he would have sent somebody else with him. Why send him alone?
That's my point. If it was sending a stealth-based person by themselves, I would understand it, because it makes sense sending that person by themselves.
You or Smiles for both of you, that would have made sense, but just sending King...
Exactly.
When...
So the mission cannot be stealth. What else is King good for? I mean, he's a pit fighter. He's strong. Why would you send...
It's gonna send him alone against the Tigers. I believe that's what he told us. That still doesn't make sense. Why would you send one man to fight a bunch of tigers?
Exactly. Especially after the which ones? The armored ones that came to our base. King struggled against them. And he's gonna be by himself with others. And I don't trust Toku to send King on a, an easy mission. If it was so easy, he wouldn't have to be so secretive about it. It also begs the question, why he's secretive? Why he's not telling anyone else details? It's stupid.
Raven, you trust me?
You have a level of my trust, yes.
I trust you for when the time comes for you to incapacitate Toku. Not kill, mind you. Shot to the leg, arm, whatever.
And you expect it to just be me and you doing this against Toku? What about everyone else at the Hollow? What about the other Whisperers?
There'll eventually be everybody. It's just a matter of time. It's the reason I had a discussion with Carbon.
Oh, about Slick.
We aren't the only ones who distrust him. Slick's not an issue.
Slick's not an issue. You weren't there when he was threatening me, were you?
No, I didn't hear that specifically. You seem to tell... Oh, you did tell me things got better.
Yeah, things got better, but that doesn't really change the whole situation of if I were to incapacitate Toku. Well, I got to keep an eye on Slick. Keep an eye on Irie. There's a lot of people to keep an eye on Toku. Besides Toku.
If Lex becomes a problem, I'll deal with it. Same with Irie. You won't even have to get involved for this. I just need time. That's really all I need. I won't ask you to do anything.
So, you won't ask me to do anything, but you want me to incapacitate Toku? That is something.
If the time ever comes that it needs to be done. As I said, I won't ask it of you, but if the time comes, it may need to be done. But as I have said, you don't have to. You can simply watch. And it'll just be a repeat of the train.
What do you plan to do?
No plans currently. It's more worries of what they may be planning. If Toku will get rid of me to, well, eliminate the evidence, I would like backup. Because if he kills me, I die with everything. that I have found
Do
out.
you really think that Toka's gonna kill you in front of everyone else? He's gonna do it in secret. And I'm not going to know about it, so how am I gonna be there to be able to protect you? Or be there to assist you in some way?
I'll be sending out a message, much like our little meeting with Anne. You'll be a distance away, so you can see. I even have my phone, so all of you can hear. If I die, at least all of you are more aware of what you will do. Tucker doesn't have his best intentions with the whispers, just
How much is obvious?
smiles. It's obvious that he'll discard us if we don't benefit smiles in any way. I know as much he wants to get rid of Adeli. If his methods, it likely won't work. Yes?
Are you going to need me to be sniping again?
Hopefully not anytime soon. There are no meetings that I know of. If he does call on me and such, I may message you, but currently there are no such meetings. Would have gotten rid of you if he had known you were there.
No, yeah, I'm aware. There's no loose ends for him to trace when, well, there aren't loose ends to begin with. I've not heard a word back from King yesterday or today.
Text Taku. Ask him how King is doing. If he tells you that King is fine, that he texted back this morning, then you'll know he's lying. Because King would obviously text you first. You know how he is.
Yeah.
I'm on your side. If you do need help, just ask.
Well, that's why I'm here talking with you.
So you're a little more aware. Marge and the other fallen, well, most of them. Marge can be trusted. He is. He's not fully invested in all this subterfuge, this danger and such. If it ever comes to you being in danger, talk to Marge. She'll get you in contact with Anne. You'll be safe that way. At least if Anne gives her word, there's some sort of guarantee there. Nobody should hurt.
What's your opinion on the Fallen? Do you think I'd be safer there? Like I said, Leo was quite persistent with his recruitment of me, seeing that I had the better shot at survival there.
Perhaps you'd be safer there. Call it selfishness, I would prefer you stay.
Besides my location,
No place is safe though.
what else? Would anything change? Would I still be able to continue doing what I'm doing so far? Or not?
Likely not. If anything, it'd likely sour a relationship with the Whispers if you left.
Right, yeah.
Ideally, I would not like to lose you to them, Raven.
Whenever Delhi does the shootouts to cull the traitors, I do think about it, but
Supposedly they're tiger sympathizers, unless I heard you weren't one.
Yeah, that's the thing that worries me. Especially with one that Tuka mentioned, Hermes. He's a problem from what Tuku said. At least the
He's a
man.
mercenary, he works... He's a mercenary, he works for money. As better. Good luck buying him. Suppose his price is 900,000 for an hour?
No, I'm not going to buy him. But if Toku's worried about him, then, well, I like to feel like he's telling the truth to some degree.
Can we trust in Toku, considering everything he's told us? For all we know, Hermes may be an amiable man. From what Anne tells me, he's not even fully a tiger. Just works for them. Sort of overseer.
Survival does not. Surviving in Sophia City is not for people which are nice. He's doing charity work at the moment, but he's going to want to ask for something in return. And that something is going to be much more than the Fallen are willing to pay. And when he doesn't get what he wants, you said he was a mercenary. He's going to take it by force. I will not have that looming over my head. I doubt it can be unreasonable, but if you appease him in some degree, and also not to mention there's so many other whispers to, well, hide behind, it's going to be very difficult for him to pick a specific person, and that's because their name was given out. I try my best not to get involved with situations where I'm the root cause of situations.
You actually thought about leaving?
No. Well, I think about...
To be safe.
You want me to be safe? There's no place safe in Sophia. Unless, of course, I somehow manage to find a way out of Sophia and away from this gang stuff, then I don't think I'm ever truly going to be safe. And you shouldn't worry about it. You can't save everyone. All you can do is minimize the risk.
I know that lesson already. I'm keenly aware that I can't save everybody. At least I can deal one person. It's not selfish to ask that much. Shall we be heading back?
Yeah, I think I've burned through all of my topics of conversation.
Oh, let's get going. This is a tight door.
Yeah, even for someone like me, it's, wow, very short.
Do you want to stop by Blockbuster? We do have the VCR working.
Sure. I mean, I don't really have any movies in mind, but I shall be able to find something that the others will find interesting.
They have sections for Drillers series collections. Any preference, Raven?
Don't really have any preferences.
Come on, there must be something you like.
I'm not really much of a movie person.
I mean, you must have a genre. What do you like? Comedy, action, thrillers, horrors?
Mystery. However, most hit mystery tends to be horrors.
I assume sci-fi and action would be mysteries. A lot of these are quite old.
Yeah. I mean, only like over 400 years old.
These are antiques at this point, honestly. The price are still, well.
Yeah, imagine this being
Yeah.
abandoned. I'm pretty sure people get a, good amount of money stealing these and selling them on the black market.
From what I know, they don't cost too much considering there's barely anything that can play them. I believe that's why they're still here.
Mm.
Worthless unless you have the means to use them.
I mean, we gotta steal all the
gift
VCRs
one.
and then sell them with the.
The thing. It's a horror mystery.
Hmm.
Don't know if it'll be up your alley though.
Well, I'm gonna give it a try.
You can look around for something that King will like whenever he gets back. What
Imagine,
would be something he will like?
imagine he probably like action movies.
Oh, action's right there. Plenty of them. We have actions over here. A lot of these seem to actually be up King's Cellar.
A lot of them have this one actor, Arnold.
Maybe we should get King some glasses when he comes back.
Some classes. I mean, you wanted him to dress
Yeah,
up like
he
this
already
Terminator person. I don't really think that's
He already has the body, some glasses. Kind of already has the hair as well.
Well.
Let's take it with. Maybe he'll be fascinated by it and change his look.
Maybe.
Never
Yeah.
know. Oh, shall we be heading home? Unless you want to look for something else.
No, yeah, let's head home now.
Always raining in Sephir. No,
Yeah,
not
sort of
really
coolant.
water.
Mm-hmm. Right,
Well, that's
see.
why we wear hoods.
Fuck, you're right, I could have asked for Ghost in the Shell. Fuck! Fuck!
See, but Anne wasn't there. They had VRP.